In 1923, ambitious archaeologists viewed the Egyptian desert as a vast, untapped resource. It was a golden age of discovery, driven by a relentless scramble for antiquities, buried beneath the sand. Daniel Carter brought the logic of modern mechanical engineering to the dig site. He solved the problem of moving thousands of tons of debris, using a system of pulleys, poles, and calculated leverage, putting his faith in physics over local tradition. To analyze what happened next, consider an ancient curse as three variables: warning, trigger, and consequence. Uncovering a hidden chamber sealed for 3,000 years, Carter's team found the first variable carved into the entrance: disturb my sleep and death will follow you. While the local workers recognized this boundary and refused to enter, Carter dismissed the inscription as mere superstition. He took a torch and stepped into an interior that was unnaturally, bitingly cold. Golden statues stood in the darkness, their eyes appearing to follow his movement. At the center of the chamber sat a black stone sarcophagus, its surface covered in strange, intricate symbols. Carter pried open the heavy lid to find a mummy wearing a golden mask. Around its neck hung a glowing blue gemstone. When he reached out and took the stone, he activated the second variable, the trigger. Stepping across a clearly established ancient boundary does not bypass the system, it initiates the escalation phase. The moment Carter touched the gem, every torch in the tomb went out. From the darkness behind him, a deep whisper demanded the return of what he had taken. Breathing heavily, Carter fled the chamber and returned to the expedition camp, seeking the safety of his familiar, rational surroundings. Evidence of an encroachment appeared that night. Scorched into the sand around his tent were footprints left by ancient sandals made of woven plant fiber. At midnight, Carter heard slow, methodical footsteps approaching through the desert. The sounds stopped directly beside his tent wall. A tall silhouette wearing an ancient crown moved across the canvas tent. Carter grabbed his flashlight and ran outside, finding nothing but the wind. Once a trigger is pulled, the resulting consequences do not respect the perceived safety of the modern world. The situation shifted from psychological pressure to physical loss when one of the workers disappeared without a trace. The only clue was a final ultimatum scratched into the sand: the gem must return. As fear spread, the entire crew abandoned the site. Carter was left alone, the sole remaining target of the curse's final phase. He returned to the tomb in a state of desperation. He found the black sarcophagus open and the mummy missing from its resting place. The Pharaoh manifested in the dark chamber, its eyes glowing with the same blue light. It extended a bandaged hand, repeating the demand. Carter surrendered. He threw the gemstone onto the floor, and as the Pharaoh retrieved it, the chamber trembled and the sarcophagus slammed shut. Skepticism proves fragile when it is forced to confront a direct physical threat. Carter escaped the desert, but he never returned to archaeology. He spent the rest of his life in a state of psychological withdrawal, haunted by the encounter. Years later, a new group of explorers discovered his abandoned journal at the site of his old camp. On the final page, Carter had written a single warning sentence: "Some treasures are not meant to be found." Beside the journal, the explorers found a fresh footprint, the distinct mark of an ancient sandal pressed into the sand. This hazy desert landscape is a reservoir of history that exerts a tangible influence over the present. Returning the gem did not neutralize the system. The loop has simply been closed, resetting the trap for the next person who decides to ignore the warning.